Welcome back to Saints franchise here on Madden NFL 26. I have made some changes, including making the sliders even harder. I just want this series to be a true challenge, and of course, I know you guys love to take your day out on me in the comments section below, so the worse I play, the better. Also, I had no idea that Dallin Holker retired already after 1 year. He's gone. He's off the practice squad, and Julian Blackman, he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him, but he's on the Saints in real life, so he's on the roster as well. I think Spencer Rattler is going to start as the starter for us. That doesn't mean that Tyler Shuck's not going to play, because he probably will when Spencer Rattler throws a bunch of brain-dead interceptions and I have to yank his ass out of the game. It was interesting seeing people say that, you know, we had a great run on Saints franchise, like I didn't do like 70, 80, and 90 episodes of Giants, Falcons, and Lions franchise. Raiders was an anomaly, right? I really hope Madden 26 is not as bad as Madden 25 was. If it were Superstar or Road to Glory video, all right, you caught me. You clocked me, as they say. I do not do long Superstar or Road to Glory series just because it's kind of boring to me. You guys might like it, but I feel like when my heart's not in it, it shows in the content, and it's just not as good. So basically what I've learned about every single region is a corner and wide receiver are pretty heavily represented in this year's draft. And I could use upgrades at both places, so I'm not exactly opposed to it. I guess we'll probably manually look at the different quarterbacks, because there's a top one in each region, so that doesn't exactly make it easy on me. Always, always, always make your tier 3 scout your national scout. It just makes way more sense. You have such a bigger boost. Never make your tier 3 scout a particular region. It's just not smart. And because I have the ability, scout squad up to gold, I can hire 4 tier 2 scouts. Year 1 scouting is going to be phenomenal. Or maybe I can't. Maybe am I not understanding something? Each scout has a tier from 1 to 3. When replacing a scout, you must replace them with one of the same tier. It's in your weekly strategy. I don't know how I didn't remember that. It's new. I'm getting used to it. Well, I've decided to go totally into scouting. We have reductions on 2-letter range unlocks, 10% reduction on talent range unlock, hire 4 tier 2 scouts. So we should be able to do that. I think focus all of our energy into scouting this next year's draft class so we can have the best overall idea about every player that's available. That's what's going to make this team better and rebuilt over time, is the players that we can get in this first year's draft class. They're going to be game changers, whereas getting a +5 to throw accuracy on the run for a quarterback, not as important for right now. We need to look at the big picture. Damn it, it's still doing it. Because I need to simulate training and confirm my loadout. That's why. Goodness. There we go. All right. Hey, that took way too long for me to figure out. You guys need any more franchise tips? Let me know. I'm on top of things, clearly. Week 1, we've got the Arizona Cardinals at the Superdome. Let's see if we can take them out. Start 1-0. We've got music here. Copyright me and I'll kill myself on GTA. Yeah, I mean, I gotta have some reaction, right? Chris Olave takes the field. Gotta get him with some type of protection out there so he doesn't hurt himself. Here we go. This video is sponsored by Underdog, the best place to play daily fantasy sports. With Best Ball, you got Pick'em. If you live in one of these states that are yellow or even gold, you can play Pick'em. That's California, Arizona, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Florida, Tennessee, Missouri. So many different options, so many different ways and places to play. I'm going with a couple season-long predictions. There are a few here. Have Shedeur Sanders hire 3.5 regular season games started. I just feel like he's going to end up getting at least 4 starts, so that's what I'm going with. There's so much quarterback controversy in Cleveland, so that kind of muddies the waters on this a little bit. I have a lot of faith in Matthew Golden. I think he may end up being wide receiver 1 in Green Bay this season. And then I just worry about J.J. McCarthy's transition into being a starting quarterback, and I wonder if Justin Jefferson will end up with 1,300 yards. That's a lot of yards, so I'm fading that, although it could easily be over. Just a couple of picks, just threw $5 on it. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below, and use code BENGAL on Underdog. Use the link down in the description. I've hooked it up, supposedly. So use this discount code. Use code Bengal. You get a free pick for Malik Neighbors week 1 with that pick. So I've hooked it up. Use code Bengal. It is a free pick. If Malik Neighbors gets over 0 yards, you're a winner. Use code Bengal on Underdog. Remember to play responsibly, please. Link down in the description. Looking at the 8 and 9 Cardinals in the all whites. But they're not going to be all white today. We're going to take them out. Oh, jeez. I'm on top of my game right now. This is really something special to behold. 8-minute quarters. Justin Reed to kick off. Here we go. Justin Reed actually does that, by the way. I don't know if he's going to on the Saints, but he does do it. And that's a pretty electric special team kicker to have, or kickoff specialist. As you can see, the numbers for Murray from a season ago. 3,800 yards passing, 21 touchdowns. Wow, I can't even count that high. I get lost somewhere after like 6 or 7. Here's 1st and 10 for Arizona. Gosh. I mean, the flat's wide open, but Murray's getting wrapped down by Devon Godshaw. What a start to the Gene Dangus era in New Orleans. Get that idiot doing the robot. Not idiot. He's a great fan. Go Saints. 2nd and 19. Pressure on the first play. Would you believe it? Here's a design quarterback run. Murray slides and avoids potential damage. And the Cardinals are already facing 3rd and long. Here's 3rd and 16. Murray looking to run. Pete Warner won't allow it. Murray picks up a few, but the Cardinals will punt. There he is. Spencer Rattler is our starting quarterback. Hey, it is what it is, right? Here's Spencer Rattler. Big time handoff to Kamara. Picks up 3. It's the biggest gain we've had all series, if you can believe it. Taysom Hill wide open. The Swiss Army knife, but the big hit from Budda Baker. And that ball is dropped. $18 million a year to do that. That actually wasn't Budda Baker, by the way. He's back there at number 3. I think that was number 2. Mac Wilson. We're going to go back to Hill. And that's going to be intercepted. Get this guy off the team. That's the route. Arm punt of about, 11 yards there? I'm about to bench Rattler. What are you thinking with that? That's crazy. That's pretty bad. Oh, that's very bad. James Conner still on his feet. Fumble. Ball came out. It's recovered by the Saints. A lot happened there. Ugo Amadi with the recovery. I'm going to need a second look. James Conner looking like John Connor, the Terminator. There's something there. He just kept breaking tackles until he got absolutely popped. Ball came out. Amadi jumped out at inbounds, and there's no review. All turnovers are reviewed automatically, I suppose, but no need for review. That's clear as day. And it's Saints football again. For a few plays probably before a punt or worse. How about I don't throw to Taysom Hill for the rest of the game? I think would be a good idea. I got to get this visual feedback off the screen. I don't need... Okay, I wasn't even going to throw to him, but it's like, throw to him. Give it a try. No. Bad. Stupid game. I swear I turned this off. I don't need the on-field trainer. Well, maybe... Yes, you do. Shut the fuck up. That's not PG. Well, whatever. Wide open. Taysom Hill! First down, Saints. Our first of the year. And I just said we weren't going to throw to Taysom Hill for the rest of the game just to throw everybody off. It was a reverse decoy. A red herring of sorts. I'm delirious already. We've had Saints franchise for about 10 minutes. Here's Olave across the field. He's working down the sideline. And Chris Olave has a big gain into Arizona territory. We need more of that. How about a Brandon Cooks touchdown? Back of the end zone. Throw him right to the pylon. Seam. Olave knocked down. That's in... Okay, let's not be so crazy. The staple of the Saints offense. Throw the ball to Alvin Kamara. And Talisa Fuunga's down. Former first-round pick out of Oregon State at tackle. Oh, no. Well, good thing we have great backups, right? Wrong. Cooks can't make the catch. Our best bet is a Blake Groupie field goal. It's just bruised ribs for Fuunga. Should be Fuunga. On the Oregon State website, it said Fuaga. I remember back in the day when I was doing his prospect write-up, but I think it is actually Fuunga. I think Oregon State's wrong. I'm happy to learn if it's not, but it should be, because the AG with the Samoan is an ung. That's why it's Tua Tagovailoa. Is Kelvin Banks hurt? What are we doing? Who's the trainer here? Reverse bounty gate? We got a mole. Bruised shoulder. Okay. Well, we'll take out Kelvin Banks for a drive, maybe. Jalen Ford. Oh, and Connor with a big spin move somehow gets back to the line. Looks like Pete Warner's there to make the play. Murray's going to take off. Send somebody after him. No slide, and Murray is short. Big tackle from Carl Granderson. Arizona from deep in their own territory on their own 32 with no real choice but to punt. Great stop. 3rd and 6. Who wants to get open? Who wants to make a play? Well, it's going to be Brandon Cooks back in a Saints uniform, looking good. Other than the drop. Here's the pitch. We needed blocks there. Kamara's not really the fleetest of foot. He's got okay speed and is able to actually pick up the first down. Did I hear flow right on the speakers? We're taking a deep shot. Or are we? Can we lob him? Yes, we can. It's Chris Olave. That was a scary throw, but Rattler dropped it in there. And Talisa Fuunga is injured again. I told this guy to stay off the field. What, did he sneak back on? Can we get better security? Why is he hurt? I'm ready to come back, coach. It's clear you're not. That's intercepted. The bullet, we held it too long with Rattler, and he throws it right over Taysom Hill into the waiting arms of Mack Wilson. It's been chaos here in the first quarter. Multiple turnovers. We've got as many turnovers as points, which isn't always weird, I guess. It could be 0-0, but with 0 turnovers. But man, how do we screw that up? Dude, how about we keep him out of the game with the bruised ribs, huh? He keeps coming out here like, I didn't hit no bell. Take a play off, please. Take a breather. Don't be a hero. You play on the 2025 Saints. Murray throwing on the run finds Marvin Harrison Jr. It's so tough to play against a mobile quarterback, and I think that's going to be the trend in Madden 26, especially when you play against a Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. If you choose to try and stop the pass, they're just going to run on you. That's a big spin from Connor. Leads to a big Ugo Amadi hit. But if you choose to contain the run, they're just going to beat you through the air. It's a real problem. Let's blitz Pete Warner here. He's supposed to be dropping back into coverage, but he might be more useful. As Connor bounces this outside, and play is made on the back end. Julian Blackman got there first. But I think it might have been Brzee that cleaned it up. Trying to cover everybody. Finally, a check down to the flat. Remember, no Trey McBride. He's dealing with an injury. And our defense continues to play very well against this Cardinals team. The Rattlesnake is back out there. This is your drive, Spencer. And, well, maybe it won't be. We'll see. It's going to start out that way. There's Kamara. Gets 5. Very hard to throw interceptions when you keep it on the ground. Let's try a couple runs here. All right, we're going to have to pass. 3rd and 6. I think that's open. There's Taysom Hill. Throw a little bit behind him. It won't matter. Good adjustment, and we move the chains. I'm letting Coach Dangus call plays, which is coach suggestions, but it's also me. It's kind of an interesting dichotomy. But it is coach suggestions, though. Brandon Cooks in motion. There's a flag. Is this a free play? We're going to pay for that either way. It was offsides, but we don't even get a playoff, really. Can't even get a jump ball going. We have decent speed at receiver. Olave, Shaheed, Cooks, really all deep threats. Haven't been able to use that speed yet. Why do I keep wanting to throw to Taysom Hill? Stop doing that. 3rd and 5. Rattler on the move. We're going to take off, and there goes Spencer Rattler with the slide. 1st down, Saints. Maybe have another play before the 2-minute warning. I'd love to just throw a deep ball to Olave. I'd love that. We just don't have the time for almost anything. Is that John Simon on the pressure? Cody Simon. Is John Simon still in the NFL? Many are wondering. Okay, Cody Simon might be the best player of all time. That is a 3rd and 10 check down instead of a bomb to Olave, and the alternative is a punt. I thought we had a chance to run after catch there. This is an early contender for worst game of the year. That's what we're looking like. Good punt, though. Demario Davis has not made one tackle on James Conner. He may get credit for a tackle for loss there, but he didn't really. And I know I've turned the slider for tackling down, but it'd be nice if Demario Davis was capable of making any of those. We got to go after Kyler Murray, and we can't make the tackle. Where are you going, Ugo Amadi? That's the worst pursuit angle I've ever seen. He ran out of the way. Say, oh, table for you right here, sir. Make the tackle. What are you doing? And now Cameron Jordan is injured. It's really tough scenes here so far. A lot of injuries to contend with. Read option. Pick up Murray. We need to just rock that little guy. He's still a cute QB. We need to make him pay. If he's going to take off, if he's going to scramble, we've got to scramble his brains. There's really no way around it. He's got all day. He's going to take off. Force him to slide. That's fine. Foot contusion. All right, let's get Brian Brzee in there. He really hasn't played very much. Did make a play earlier. And he can earn more playing time. But right now, there's just not a lot of playing time to go around, as that is complete to Ryman. Paris Johnson Jr. is injured on the play. And right now, we're kind of getting the tip on this drive. Tip Ryman. A couple of catches is what I mean. Big number 87 out there. Throw over the middle, and that is complete. Clock's still ticking. Arizona with a timeout. Opting not to call it until there are 4 seconds remaining, so they don't even try to get in the end zone. They just want to play for the tie and go into half number 2. 3-3, unless we can block it. I felt like I timed that up actually incredibly well. But that is the first half. There is a tick on the clock remaining. We'll see if they actually kick it deep here or opt to squib. Is squib even an option anymore? I don't really even know. With the new rules, I'm not sure. But that is the half, and we've got a halftime show for you as we check out highlights from around the league. What an electric first half of Saints franchise Week 1 regular season action. Let's get that halftime report. Chiefs and Chargers. Isaiah Pacheco with a big run down the right side. Chiefs take out the Chargers 35-28. Mahomes 4 passing touchdowns, just 153 yards. And what is that creature coming at us? As we see Carolina and Jacksonville. I think Scott Hansen's supposed to be commentating this, but because I have commentators turned off, because I'm the commentator for the game, I don't want to be talking over a voice. It also does not work in the halftime show, which is a little bit frustrating, but I can do it. Hey, I'm fine. Put me on Red Zone. Why is this the default celebration? Wild animal in the end zone. Live look at Dolphins Colts here, or maybe not live. Is it just whoever has the offensive highlight going to be the winner? No, it's only at the half. 14-10 Colts out in front. Anthony Richardson having quite a nice game. 10 of 12 for 101 yards and a touchdown. See the entire scores from around the league there. A lot of games at the half. And we'll see what the third quarter and beyond has in store for this Saints team. Will we start out 1-0? Doesn't really seem like anybody wants to win this game. At all. Those numbers are putrid, but Kyler Murray has yet to throw an incompletion. Here is the kick. Second half underway. Rashid Shaheed back to return. Make something happen. Play action with Rattler. Throwing for Foster Moreau. He can't go and get it. I really hate any type of boot on 3rd and 4th down, but that's kind of what we ended up doing there. And we can just only punt it away. Murray's got all day. He's going to run. Ooh, I like that. Read option. Take out his legs. Murray upended. But gets the first. Rookie Jonas Sanker into the game. Be a big moment for a big play. Murray looking like he wants to scramble. And he's going to! The cut up the field killed our defense there. And Pete Warner is hurt. Of course he is. Murray gonna scramble. Where are you going, Ugo? Dude, Ugo Amadi might be the... I'm gonna watch what I say here, but he's frustrating me is what I'm getting at. Please get over the middle. Yep. That makes sense. Tip Ryman touchdown. I gambled on the closer route and threw it behind. Yeah. That's good. That's a good play against the cover 4 quarters down in the low red zone. Stupid. There's Kamara. Give a good block. Kamara, broken tackle there would have been huge. And we're going to get sacked. That looks open, but Rattler is getting crushed off the edge. They only rush 4 there, but it's a simulated pressure. Our O-line was not ready for it because how many are injured right now? We're going to keep Kamara in the block, and we're probably just going to lob this down the field. It's 3rd and 18. We got Shaheed. There is a flag. No jump ball animation, as is typical. This is going to get declined. But holding there on Fuunga. We'll have no choice but to punt. That can't be completed. Can't be. Dude, why is Tip Ryman like Gronk right now? Last play of the 3rd quarter. Yes, they will snap the ball. Throw over the middle is complete. Cardinals are driving, trying to make this 17-3 as we move to the 4th quarter. I wish we had more moments in this game, but we really haven't made too many big plays. That's going to be a touchdown. We got out of the way. I anticipated the change of direction, and he didn't. Doing a great job of getting right out of the way this game. Here's the pitch. We are all over it. Carl Granderson, the Grandy man, bringing down the ball carrier. Sweet play. 2nd and goal. Screen! Get out there, Demario Davis making the tackle. Sometimes I don't just get right out of the way. Sometimes. Zone defense. 3rd and goal from the 12. You know, it's dangerous to run a zone defense against Murray down here in the red zone, as finally Tip Ryman does not make a play. Drop to the end zone. Arizona going to make it a 2-possession game with 3 here. We need to figure out a way to score a touchdown. Stat. Alave looked wide open immediately, but we can't get it to him. He got bumped, and then we're sacked for a 2nd time. Feels like it's been more than that, but it's just been a lot of pressure and like instant throwaways or, you know, throwing it into the ground on accident just because the pressure's too much. But the pressure is relentless from Arizona. And they still continue to rush 4 and perplex my offensive line. 3rd and 19. That's overthrown. It's going to be intercepted. Whew! All right. I mean, that's just a really awful throw. Can we agree to that? Show me Tyler Shuck if he gets an attempt here. There's enough time where he probably does get a drive. Ooh, that's wide open. You'll never guess who it is. Tip Ryman! Down to the 3. Cardinals are giving us a whole lot of tip right now. That's about all we can handle. Stutzman, nice tackle. Cards lose 3. 3rd and goal from the 6. Get out there. Murray scrambling. Touchdown, Cardinals. Doing the Cam Ward celebration? That's insane. I don't really even know what it is. Is it an elephant? I don't know. No clue. I see it. I think people think it's cool. This is how I know I'm getting older. I don't understand it, and I don't really like it. I don't dislike it, but I'm like, what is that? I don't know. 20-3, comeback starts now. 35-year-old rookie quarterback, Tyler Shuck, into the game. Comeback starts now. Here we go. Intercepted first play. Well, what's funny about that, I don't think I've ever seen two receivers get boxed more on slants in my entire life. I know the sliders are absolutely juiced, but they can't get open at all on a slant. And it looked like it could have been man coverage, which we should be able to crush that. Olave just got absolutely bodied on this side. And then by the time we worked over this right side, Cooks was maybe the most open, but I mean, where do you go with the ball here? Horrendous throw behind, by the way. Just awful. They're going to run the ball. They're going to get there. All right, Tyler, just shake it off. That's not you. There's Kamara. He's got no juice, man. It's kind of nasty from Alvin. It's the 2-minute warning, though. This one might be over. Might be. Don't count me out. I mean, we're definitely inflating the rushing numbers at this point. The Cardinals are just letting us run the ball. And we're getting no closer to a victory, but, I mean, there's no chance we win this game. It's just tough to establish a running game when you run the ball for a loss or no gain, and then it's 2nd and 10. It's like I don't really like running the ball in that spot. It's a low percentage play. And I like, having the opportunity to potentially get a first down at some point. That being said, we really have no ability to throw the ball either. So, I'm not really sure how we're ever going to get any yards. It's tough to say. All right, we got a little bit of time left on the clock here. Oh. Man, you got to throw that ball insanely quickly. Do we have time to get another snap off? Yeah, we're gonna try one. Final play of the game. Throwing for Taysom Hill. I think the idea was actually not too bad there. He just turned around and made a play. That is week 1 in the books, 23-3. We just couldn't find it offensively, I think is a good description of what happened. I don't think our defense was all that bad, despite Murray going 19 of 20. Only 159 yards. We've got to work on our passing attack, I think is fair to say. And even with, Kamara kind of inflating his numbers at the end of the game there, the yards per carry was still really awful, and we had basically no receiving threat. Olave did end up with 3 for 70, which is fairly impressive considering the overall numbers. We had a lot of TFLs. Sack for Godshaw, obviously no picks, but we got to play a lot better than that if we want to get on the win column here at some point. I'm so thankful we have the injury shield to reduce injury chances during games. I don't know what we'd do without that. So thankful. Tajay Spears got traded. He's going to the Cowboys. Switching places with Tony Pollard. That feels interesting, I guess. But you see quarterback Cam Farrell, the draft preview says bouncing back. I wish it elaborated on that even a little bit, which it hasn't. But he's strong arm, so that's interesting. Ooh, Deontay Harper appears already to be a pretty good athlete. He's got A, play recognition, a nose tackle at 6'3", 307. We could absolutely consider a defensive tackle. We do know about a couple elite speed players, or potentially LaMichael Meekins, scrambler from Colorado, has elite speed potentially. I am intrigued. 49ers are up next. Another home game for us in week 2. You can see game of the week for the Chiefs and Eagles there could be one to watch, as Patrick Surtain had 2 interceptions in the Broncos game. It's very interesting if you actually look at the stats here, which they're certainly somewhere if I could find them. It's on the screen. I just didn't look over to the right. Puke Nakua, what a game. Puka Nakua was great. Pacheco was the leading rusher by a mile. Joe Burrow with a big game through the air. Did I say Russell Wilson? Is Russ cooking? Oh, hell yeah. Harold Landry with 3 sacks. Chauncey Golston had 2. You told me the guy got 2 sacks for the Giants in week 1. Chauncey Golston would not be the first name I came up with. Is Stephon Gilmore on the Bears? No way. He is still unsigned. I'm like, I think I would have heard about that. As we're going to jump in here, I am going to try out Tyler Shuck as the starter this game. I think that's the best move for the team. And we'll see if he can out-duel Spencer Rattler. The bar is incredibly low. I'm trying out these alternates. They look insane. I've got to see him in action. Maybe not the best idea to run against another gold team. Red and gold for the Niners, but we're going to try it out anyway. Oh, when the Saints lose again. Whatever, I forget the lyrics. No, I do know. There really aren't that many lyrics to remember. But we'll see if we can actually get that win. Number 1, let's get it out of the way. Who dat? Who dat? Come on, Saints. Oh, man, the Niners had 451 yards of offense last week. We had like 4 yards. We had 311. All right, that was a little bit more than I expected, actually. That can't be true. There's no way we had that many yards. Unless it's factoring in return yards. Or maybe I'm just misremembering, which I don't think is the case. Brock Purdy, the $50 million man, in at quarterback for the Niners. Superstar. As you see, Christian McCaffrey's an X Factor. Kittle's an X Factor. You're not going to see any Ricky Pearsall today, as Purdy's going to go down. Chase Young, the former 2nd overall pick, got to him. I thought Chase Young was going to be a superstar. He did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but injuries, man, have really derailed his career. But Pearsall is injured. There's still a number of other threats. I think Brandon Ayuk could have a big day. Throwing over Warner. How did he sneak it in? And George Kittle's going to outrun everybody? Kool-Aid McKinstry tracks him down at the 3. Got a little bit aggressive there, trying to bring down the big tight end. But how does he outrun Kool-Aid McKinstry? Oh, God. McCaffrey gets the give, and he is wrestled down for a loss by Demario Davis. They're showing Carl Granderson. I don't think that's right. Purdy looking to take off, throw into the end zone. Quincy Riley's running away from the ball. It's floating in the air, and he gets sidetracked. Where are you going? Find the football, please. Oh, you idiot. All right, Tyler Shuck, first career start. I mean, he's got good size, rocket arm, looks good in shorts. No, that's Josh Allen. This is close, though. It's complete Dollars General Josh Allen. We're throwing down the field. Olave makes the catch. All right, we have something with Tyler Shuck, I've decided. It's been determined. Are they playing Limp Bizkit in the background? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I feel like 2002 Undertaker's about to walk out of here. We're going to get sacked. Can't do that. That's got to be open. Get it there, Shuck. Diving attempt. And we got to get Brandon Cooks off this team, dude. He can't catch. He cannot catch the ball. To drop on the first drive of each game so far this year. Unacceptable. Nice tackle in space. That's not an easy one for the rookie Quincy Riley to bring down McCaffrey one-on-one in the open field, but he was able to do it. We're going to pass coming on 3rd and 4. Could be a run, but I doubt it. Over the middle. There's no way. Farrell makes the catch. First down 49ers. What? Instead of Luke, you'd think that was Will Farrell, because that's funny, thinking that he actually made that catch. There's no way. We're right there. We are right there. I think these uniforms would look a lot better with white pants instead of a triple mismatch. Pressure! Cam Jordan's there. Purdy goes down. Okay. We'll take that. But yeah, I think the white pants would just look better with this. Would a black helmet look better than the white helmet? I kind of like the white helmet. But the black pants maybe are ruining it for me. I think white would look better for sure. I can also see black helmet looking cool though. I think. All right, Alvin. We got to lean on you. Let's go. One man to beat. All right, or just get destroyed. Juke too late, maybe? 2nd and 4, working off play action. Dude, 2 routes on the field is just not smart, typically, I would say. 3rd and 4. Need quick decisions. That's wide open, Juwan Johnson. Let's go, Juwan. Nice move. Okay, we're threatening to score our first touchdown of the year. This could be huge. Little screen. Get it up the field, Kamara. There we go. And that is the end of one here in New Orleans. We got something going. I don't know if it's good, but we got something. 2nd and 5. Get out to Kamara. What? Big 3rd and 5. That can be open with a beautiful throw. It's Rashid Shaheed. The speed to feed the entire offense. Touchdown, Saints. What a ball from Tyler Shuck. Surrounded by 49ers. I feel like I'm a pioneer in California. Back in, oh, I don't know, somewhere around 1849? Hell yeah. Rashid Shaheed touchdown. Good route. Better throw. 7-7. Ooh, nice play, Chase Young. Way to stay home. And Ayuk is dropped for a loss in the jet sweep. 2nd and 12. I mean, you gotta expect this is a run, but you can't commit to it. We're not going to. It's to the flat. Ayuk wrapped up. It's a big 3rd down. We have Danny Stutzman in space. I don't like that. That sounds very bad. Oh, big hit though by Davis. And you might go for it here if you're the 49ers, so they're not going to. Thomas Morstead still in the league? That's crazy. All right, we've seen now what Tyler Shuck can do. Hey, I'd love a deep ball here potentially. It's going to be intercepted throughout a sack pick. We really just can't take deep shots. Really just can't do it. Sick. If I want a shot, I'll have to head to a bar. Or, I don't know, restart COVID or something fun. No, COVID was not fun. That was what we call a verbal typo. 3rd and 11. Just check down. Check down. Purdy to the flat. You better wrap up. There we go. We'll take that. Injury timeout as Carl Granderson is begging for the trainer. Ugh, he's going to head to the locker room. Which, that means he's out for the game, I think. So that's not great. Oh, Kamara with a ton of space. Kamara into the open field. Fred Warner in pursuit. Kamara into New Orleans. Exploding onto the scene. We go into San Francisco territory. Carl Granderson, broken collarbone. It's been a good ride. He's going to be missing a significant amount of time. Good thing we have that trainer upgrade to avoid injuries more. 2nd and 18 after a false start. Jesus. I would love to just even come away with 3 here. I don't know how we can. Tyler Shuck's in a bad way. Let's get a good punt off. That's a decent punt. We got to pin this deep. Alontae Taylor. I ran by it. Got greedy. Wanted it on the 1 instead of the 5. Should have just taken the 5. Throw over the middle. Warner's there. Catch made by Kittle. Oh, that's going to be a big play. We got to figure out a way to stop George Kittle, I'm thinking. Granted, it's only been a couple of plays, and one of them was especially long. Oh, Danny Stutzman, get there. That could have been roughing the passer, but you got to rough him up a little bit. Let him know. When you're going to come down to New Orleans, you're gonna leave in pain. We need Greg Williams back at DC. It's the only way. Niners going to try a kick here, and we'll see if it's good. It is, with also 1 second remaining. And that is the half. 13-7. We're in it, right? This has been fairly competitive up to this point. And here is a look around the NFL. Let's take a look. Commanders, Packers, the Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix Bowl. Okay, well, I don't remember Jaden Daniels being a lefty. But that's an incredible one-handed catch by Curtis Samuel. And then that celebration. Okay. Like, what is happening there? It looks like they've taken bath salts and they're human zombies. That's a nice run. Is that Caleb Johnson going airborne? Aaron Rodgers still looking to find it. Steelers are out in front, though. Can the Giants get their first win of the year? Come on. Beat Dallas. Let's go. Come on, Big Blue. No, it's not looking great. Prescott steps up, evades a Brian Burns sack, and scrambles in for the score. It is 10-10 in the Big D, though. Russell Wilson's cooking, 11 for 14. 105 yards passing as you see Jacksonville blowing out Cincinnati at the half. Baltimore keeping Cleveland scoreless, and they should win that game very easily. But we need to make a comeback in our game and get our first win of the year. This Niners team is not unbeatable. We just need to find more consistency on offense. And it's probably not throwing the ball as much. But will we be able to run? That's the big question mark right now. Kamara's got 3 rushes for 51 yards. He might need to touch it a bit more. Let's go, Saints. Big half number 2. More Alvin Kamara, probably. Well, it's 3rd and 4. It really is just tough to consistently run for first downs. There's Taysom Hill, though, open. He makes the catch. Good recovery speed from former Falcon and UCF Knight Richie Grant, I believe. Chuck working off play action. Kamara open in the flat. Nice run for Alvin after the catch. First down. All right, we're cooking. Oh, look at Alvin Kamara. Nice run. I get fired up about the short gains where there shouldn't have been much there, but we're able to make something happen. More so than the big gains where, you know, the blocking's crazy. Akers change of direction. Can't find where we need to be. Can we catch San Francisco napping? I like the matchup. We're going to Olave. Jump ball. He can't come down with it. Chuck on the move. He's actually got decent mobility. He's going to need to get there. Big hit. 4th and 1. Chuck took a shot. Minus 15 speed. Do we make it a 3-point game? Or do we try and convert the 4th and 1? We're going to leave the offense out of the field. Let's go, Alvin. Foster Moreau, the tight end, working as the fullback. Run up the middle. Alvin is there. First down, Saints. The aggressiveness pays off. Okay, this box is tremendously stacked. Can we get out of this? We're going to have to. Working off play action. Get it to Alvin. 2nd and 19. There's Kamara. There's a nice move. And it's a little bit more manageable here on 3rd down, but now Kamara is hurt. Cam Akers into the game. See if we can find it on 3rd and 8. Quick slant to Olave. Touchdown, Chris Olave. First score of the year for our number 1. That's just A good release finally on a slant. Just letting it fly. Olave had the inside leverage. Diggs could not get over there in time to make the play. And Kamara's going to be fine, but maybe we play that safe. And we should take the lead here. 14-13. As we are starting to find it offensively. We'll take that. Good drive. 3rd and 1. QB sneak. Dude. All right. I actually think Tyler Shuck has played well. But the risk of injury right now and all of his, wear and tear impacts, I think it makes sense to at least get Rattler a look because he's going to be better right now. So we're going to give him a shot. We better make a play on Purdy here. I mean, 4th quarter, this is where stuff has to happen. We need to make a play. Well, that was just a good clear out. Wide open across the middle with Demario Davis out of the picture. When he motioned out there, we probably should have got into a zone look. He's got to be more aware that that can happen as Ayuk shut down again by Chase Young. 3rd and 5. We're showing a pressure look, but they don't know exactly who's coming. Do we need to run with that? Oh, big hit, Justin Reed. But I'll certainly trade that for the first. 5.5 to play. If this is a run up the middle, we might be in trouble. Can we beat McCaffrey to the pylon? Yes, only a short gain. Danny Stutzman was there first. 3rd and goal. I mean, it would be shocking if the 49ers didn't take the lead here. But this 3rd down is going to be incredibly important. You got to make the tackle. Longhorn legend Jalen Ford closes the door. Horns up. Again, people always ask me why I'm a Longhorns fan and a Giants fan. Grew up in New Jersey, Giants and Yankees fan with my family. But also, I have a ton of family in Texas who went to Texas, who made sure I was a Texas Longhorns fan. Said my uncle has been a season ticket holder since the early 70s. And they just made sure I was a Longhorn fan from an early age. And it was a good time because they'd win the national championship just a few years after that. And then it was a really bad time in the 2010s. But I know it's a unique connection with, the Longhorns and then the New York sports teams. But I'm not just going to be a Longhorn fan for my entire life and then just change. And I didn't go to a school with a big football team either at first, so it's been a Longhorn fan. That's the reason. It's a bit of a weird connection, but it just comes down to family, right? I think it's how a lot of people become fans of college teams, just where your parents went or where a lot of your family went. I know some do where it's local, or where they go, but man, I went to school in Florida with no football team. Before I transferred out as Hill drops the ball. Here is 3rd and 10. Gonna try a screen. Cam Akers actually has a chance to do something here. And we are gonna be forced to go for it. 4th and 2. I want to keep those timeouts, but this is a spot where I think you do need to go. And there's Cam Akers. That's more than enough, as we probably want to make this the final drive of the game. We had to convert there, though, in order to make that happen. Had to convert. Let's go straight up the middle here with an ISO. Letting that clock tick a little bit more. Big block pickup. Cam Akers with a nice move, and another Cam Akers first down. Brandon Cooks in motion, but I was going to say we are not going to snap the ball here. 3rd and 6. This is a tremendously big play. We're on the edge of field goal range right now. We're trying to take the clock down, but if we don't get this, we're going to be in a rough spot. There's Olave, though, on the in. Nice in-breaker there from Olave. I mean, if he can like consistently get open on the dig, we're going to be in business. But it just hasn't always been the case here so far. QB power with Spencer Rattler is an interesting idea. Don't want to fumble here. This is going to be the final timeout for the Niners. Cam Akers, first down, and that should do it. That should be game over. We really just should be able to go straight down here. That's a scary way to do it. Why am I doing that? All right, gonna take that clock all the way down to 1 second and try to kick the game-winning field goal. 29-yard chip shot field goal to win it. Indoors, Blake Grupe to give us our first win of 2025. Kick is up and straight down the middle. We have won a game. We're not going winless here in Season 1. We improved to 1-1 with a 17-16 victory over the Niners. Didn't play perfect in this one, but we scored enough to win. And that's the name of the game. Is Spencer Rattler going to be the starter now? No. But, I mean, it's still kind of an open competition. I like the way Tyler Shuck played, for sure. And, I mean, this is a great game for him, really. 9 for 16, 123, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Ran the ball well enough. Might need to put an extra minute or two on the clock. Kamara had 9 rushes for 56 yards, was a big factor in our win. Cam Akers was great down the stretch as well. Touchdown for Chris Olave. And then defensively, 4 TFLs for Chase Young. I mean, our defensive line went crazy in this one. Sacks for Young and Cam Jordan. No interceptions, but a great overall effort. Broken collarbone for Carl. He's going to miss a lot of this season. We are leveling up, though, slightly. You'd like to see that. And a new unlock is Air Raid gun play sheet. Oh, and the cat loves it. Cat loves the Air Raid. Next up, Saints and Seahawks, the Max Unger Bowl. Jimmy Graham, too. That's a good call, actually, from the cat. Okay, I've turned on commentary just for this weekly recap.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi,
Let's
everyone,
hear it.
Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start down in the Bayou.
Hey, I saw this one.
At home to take on the 49ers. And it's the man from Louisville, Tyler Shuck. An 8-yard touchdown pass in the books. The
Hell
Saints
yeah, dude.
give Kellen Moore his first win as head coach. They get the job done here. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins
laggy.
as they play host to the New England Patriots. And it's a guy who made big strides in his rookie season, Drake May. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Patriots are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is the home team running back. And this is a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
The Steelers win their second straight as they come away with the victory. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week. Right here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
EA Sports.
I think that's a good place to stop episode 2 as we get ready for Seattle and Buffalo, potentially even the Giants in Week 5. 3-game episode. Could you believe it? It could happen. Make sure to stay tuned. We're going to check out regional focus scouting in the next one. Get a better look at some of these prospects as the percentages will have gone up for a number of different ones. And the archetypes are starting to reveal for even more players. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking and commenting, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.